as their guys are ready to do football team and the Chicago Bears. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd down now. It's Love. And he stopped immediately there.
The ball carrier.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
The play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Love. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards there and a Washington first.
Washington.
On 1st down, here's Love. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
This is Love. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Love again.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. It'll be Love to try and get the first. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Haskins will keep it on the sneak.
I think in this situation, all you want to do is make sure your guys are set up front. No one jumps, no penalties. Sometimes we even call cadence, just go and pick it up.
Yeah, because it's on them. I mean, the quarterback's job's pretty easy there.
It really is. You talk about inches, just go get it.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Love. Jalen Johnson up to make the tackle. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
2nd and 5 now. Haskins. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
And the Washington 1st down.
Here's Haskins. He'll buy some time right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's Love. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They go play action with Haskins. They'll roll him out right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Come on, 180! Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. And some room to roam now. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, 96 yards. And the Bears have taken the early lead. The first play from scrimmage. Some of these people haven't even taken their seat.
That's what is commonly known as a fast start. That's what my horse racing friends would say. They call it flyer out of the gate. And guess what? They're in the lead now.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
7, Washington, nothing. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Taking it about the 1. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Will take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
29 to reach.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Now here's Johnson. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Haskins in the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 15. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Going deep for Hopkins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
First down, a run with Cohen. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
It's our time. It's our time.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Washington, nothing.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Bears push further out in front. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Bears 21. Washington, nothing. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 13 yards there and a Washington first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Haskins. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
A gain of 12. And the Washington first down.
On the carry, it's Love. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Bears' 40-yard.
2nd and 11 now.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 29-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense, diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Haskins. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins.
Haskins.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
They'll run with Love. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Washington with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They turn to Love on the handoff. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Tackle made.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Washington on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Haskins. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D. And that one off the mark. A little late with the throw.
Brings up 4th down.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. This a 33-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Now that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. They'll run on second down with Cohen, and he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
That was a nice run, nice game there as they head towards the 2-minute warning.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 23. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They put playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick-6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Here we go.
Back to the air, Haskins after the pick-6. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
23 yards on the play.
First down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Haskins. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, Oftentimes, the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Check 43.
On second down, Love. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now on second and 13, Trubisky. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
On first down, Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Chase Young in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now Trubisky to Cohen out of the backfield. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
That is caught by Cohen. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or two short.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
21-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, the good news, they got to stop defensively. The bad news, this is a huge hole that they're in right now. How do they start to dig out of it?
That's a great question because we're not even going to talk about how do they win it, right? We want to see how they can kind of claw back and at least make themselves feel better about the game because this one is likely out of reach, but maybe one possession at a time. Try and play a little bit better and have some respect when you come out of the game.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
57's the line.
They'll hand it off. It's Love. Room here to run. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. the sack here, 2nd and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? Third level run. First level being the D-line and linebacker, second level in the secondary, the third. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on a defense.
Now it's Haskins. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown on the season. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. And he'll bang that one through.
The score, Bears 28, Washington 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now it's Patterson. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
On the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Trubisky.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 41 yards.
9-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
That's another Bears 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now they'll run it with Cohen, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. on goal now, mere inches from pay dirt.
Hey, 50's the mic, 50's the mic. I'm here all day.
Now it's Trubisky. And he fires one, but incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Now a first down throw complete downfield. Touchdown, Washington! DeAndre Hopkins. His first touchdown on the year. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Now it's Patterson. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Now it's Trubisky. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. This is Cohen. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. On the move to his left. Fights him off. Oh, hit as he throws there. Incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Now Trubisky. And he completes it to Cohen. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this 4th quarter deficit.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
He'll air this one out deep for Sims. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Washington on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Haskins to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that is incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. They go play action here on 1st down. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't.
This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky, and the Bears will add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. And it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 50-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From midfield now, Haskins sliding out of the pocket. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to have a first down on a gain of about 10, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. He's going to let it fly. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Now it's Patterson. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They try again with Cohen. He'll have a first down past the 40. The 40. Past the 20. A huge play there for Chicago. 65 yards. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. And they will take a knee here.
Today's final.
Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Chicago,